So my name is Craig Blanchett, and I'm the founder of Intercept Ministries. And this whole ministry started basically from my own background, where I had broken trust in my relationship with my wife. Was making choices that were destructive to all my relationships, quite honestly. I started to basically develop it with hunches and inclinations and ideas about things that weren't good enough. And so it just started growing and developing, and we started adding structure, which was crazyville, because I, quite frankly, was not a structured guy. And so I started developing the structure, the ministry just started to grow. And so every step of the way, when we got to a sticking point and it seemed like there was a crossroads and that one was obvious, we took it, right? And so that's how it's developed all these years. We went from the original curriculum, and we tried a number of different curriculums that were written by other people. And one of the challenges with that is that there's 4 words that are powerful words that combined together is my interpretation of that philosophy. Those 4 words are trauma, discovery, dependent recovery. I'll say that again: trauma discovery, dependent recovery. And what I mean by that is that the reasons, this is what I was told, is the reasons why I'm making these poor choices was because I have trauma in my background. And when I resolve the trauma and get healed from it, I will then have recovery. Unfortunately, that wasn't true, because that removes all of my fleshly temptations and my desires. And one thing for sure is that before I acted out or chose to make a destructive choice, right before that was always temptation. Always. Didn't matter why, it just always was. And so we started rethinking the whole paradigm and philosophy and said, what if that wasn't true? What if everyone who chose destructive behavior, it wasn't because they had a root of trauma? What if there was an involvement of just our flesh, that our flesh has carnal desires? And what if we needed to learn how to say no to those things, and not only learn to do it, but that it was possible? And so we ran with this idea. We read some curriculum, some different books from other authors that weren't pertaining to sexual deviancy or sexual destructive behavior, and found out that actually this applied. So that's in 2014. We switched over to Intercept 2.0. We wrote our own curriculum called, well, it's basic training. The curriculum is called Tempting Voice Identification, and it is radically powerful and true. And we have very, very different outcomes than we did with the original curriculum.